Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, world. Welcome to episode 68 of Ball Don't Lie. I'm your host, Jared, with my always lovely, radiant host, Starkey. Starkey, say hello.
Hello.
Starkey, it's good to be back. We had a
It
week
is good to be
hiatus. You were down in the Big Easy.
Yeah, I was. A lot of stuff going on last week.
A lot of carbs.
Way too many carbs.
Did you eat any oysters?
I did not eat any oysters, but I had legitimate Cajun red beans and rice, and it was amazing.
So you didn't eat. Did you have any gumbo?
We didn't really go no, I never had any gumbo. I was wanting to get some, but the only place we went that really had it. I was just infatuated with the red beans and rice. So
See, I don't know why, but like New Orleans just strikes me as a place I wouldn't enjoy, and I don't know why.
I think you'd have a good time.
I don't know.
There's a lot going on in New Orleans.
It just strikes me as a place that, like, hey, Jared, you would not enjoy that.
I think you'd enjoy it.
Well, I guess I'll have to go down there one day. But yeah, we had a busy week. It was Father's Day. I was hoping I'd get to sleep in on my Father's Day. Nope. My kid was up at 5 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, man.
Perks of fatherhood.
Yeah.
Woo! But let me tell you what,
baby.
It kind of sucks right now because now we've entered like the musical phase.
Oh, nice.
And so like now the only thing that kind of shuts her up, hate to say it like that, is I watched Encanto 3 times last week.
Yeah.
Watched Frozen twice. Watched Moana. Finally saw Moana. Very good movie. Underrated.
Very good movie. It's one of my favorites.
I tried Princess and the Frog. I hated it. I turned that off.
See, I like Princess and the Frog. We actually watched it not too long ago. But yeah, I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was a good movie.
So yeah, I guess perks of being a girl dad is now I get years of princess movies. Woohoo! So we have a lot to happen on the show and our week hiatus. But hey, we're back. We're better than ever, and let's get after it, Starkey.
Back like we never left. Let's do it.
So did you watch anything on TV or were you watching any movies down there, NOLA, or were you just kind of?
No, we were.
Well, when you were back in the hotel room, it's kind of like back in the hotel room. Were you watching movies or were you sleeping?
Sleeping, a lot of College World Series.
R.I.P. LSU Tigers tonight. Let's go Vols. I hate to say it. It kills me to say that, but let's go Vols. Man, I've been watching. I don't know why I've been on this weird kick. I've been watching like nothing but space documentary.
Okay.
Dude, I watched a 90-minute episode last night on Jupiter. Don't know why. I now know the history of Jupiter.
There you go.
I think tonight I'm going to watch a Neptune one.
Okay.
I really don't know why I'm going down this rabbit hole, but for some reason I'm just in a big space kick right now.
Hey, man. It happens to the best of us.
I watched Starship Troopers this morning. Have you watched that?
I have not.
Dude, it's so bad. You need to watch it. Denise Richardson's in there. Dude, it's so bad.
Okay.
It's definitely a terrible movie from the 90s that I think everybody should watch at least once. It's got three parts.
Okay.
It's a must watch.
Interesting.
Must watch. I love it. I got 20 more minutes left in the first movie. I had to quit it before work. Because, perks being a dad, being up at 5 a.m., and I don't go back to sleep when I wake up, so.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Yeah, let's talk about college basketball. We had some shocking news. 2 shocking news. Let's start with the local one. Chandler Lawson.
Yeah.
The one Lawson we thought was actually going to finish their career Tiger. Said yesterday morning about 11:30, said, yeah, I'm gonna enter the portal.
I'm out.
And you're like, what? Wait, what? What? Chandler, what? So now we are 0 for 4 on Lawson's.
Yep.
Diedrich. No, was it Kedrick and Diedrich or
Kedron and Diedrich?
Kedron. Yeah. He's the crazy one.
Yeah.
Chandler and Jonathan.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: none of them really lived up to like the 4 or 5-star hype.
No, they didn't.
Well, no, I give it to Dietrich did.
Dietrich was definitely the best of the 4.
What Dietrich? Dietrich, he killed it when he was here. Let me pull up his stats real fast. 'Cause remember, he was the heart and soul. He averaged a double-double.
Yeah.
Dietrich's stats, while he was at Memphis, he only played 3 years college basketball and went pro his last. He declared early. First year at Memphis, 15 and what was it? 15 and 9. Year 2, 19 and 9, and year 3 in Big Ten basketball, 19 and 10.
Yeah, because he and Keegan both finished their careers at Kansas.
What could have been? But the thing with Dietrich was he was a center power forward that was 6'9" and had no post moves.
No.
So Chandler's already visiting Arkansas.
How does that make you feel?
I don't like it.
Okay.
Just because if I had a choice, I would take Jonathan just because I think he has the highest ceiling.
Yeah, it's fair.
Chandler is one of those. He was a consensus 4-star coming out of high school. Everybody wanted him to come. Everybody thought he was coming to Memphis. He went to Oregon. After a year at Oregon, he opted out, left portal, came back home to Memphis. He's I don't know what he's. I don't know if he's a big. He's not a shooter. That's for sure.
No, he's definitely not a shooter.
And I think this is the guy that would love that he would run through a brick wall for Penny.
Yeah.
So his career averages are this year was his best year statistically. 5 points, 4 rebounds, only took 3 shots a game.
Yikes.
He's 6'9" or 6'8", 205, so he's like a wing, but if I'd rather have another guard than him, honestly.
Yeah. That screams overseas career to me.
So what I want to know is what's Penny's plans to fill the void? You had you had 1 open spot.
Yep.
And now you have 2.
Yep.
And that 2 is counting DeAndre Williams coming back.
Yes. Which we still don't know if he is or not.
From what I've read, everyone believes that DeAndre Williams will be a Tiger next year. But if he doesn't, Penny's screwed. I think right now you are literally banking on, because this leads to our next topic, West Virginia transfers leaving.
Yes.
You are literally praying. Sorry, got the hiccups now. That all the West Virginia kids leave because Bob Huggins got fired. But he did not resign. They gave him that out of respect.
Yeah, you think it was an option?
Oh, dude, they were. So he had, what was it? Back in May, he said a homophobic slur.
He did
on a radio show when he was talking about his days coaching at Cincinnati, about the rivalry between them and Xavier, and he said a homophobic slur about Xavier.
Yep.
They're like, hey Bob, yeah, let's no more.
You can't say that.
And so this is a guy that they've been kind of struggling with right now because I think they hadn't made a Sweet 16 since 2018.
Right.
And they hadn't made it past the Sweet 16 since 2010, right?
Correct.
So they're kind of like, hey, Bob, you're kind of already on thin ice a little.
Right.
So a lot of people are kind of already saying this could be his last hurrah at West Virginia. And then you had Friday night, Saturday morning, he gets pulled over in Pittsburgh, passed out at an intersection, and they said they found a trash bag full of beer cans.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Respect.
His blood alcohol content level was 0.251.
I think it was
Or
a 2-2. I think it was 2-2-1.
Okay, yeah. It's over twice the legal limit.
That's what's up. Bob knows how to party at 70. I'm not gonna lie, man. That's pretty awesome though. I mean, not the fact the guy was drinking it. He could have killed somebody.
He could have easily killed somebody,
But
Jared.
the fact the guy's 70 years old and he can drink that much beer. And he probably had a couple liquor and all that in there too. But the fact that they pulled out a trash bag full of beer, some of them are probably old, but they pulled a trash bag out of just beer, and he's 70 years old and blew a 2-2-1. That's what's up. That's a guy that likes to party. Let me tell you what,
a little too much.
Morgantown is a great party school, from what everybody says. Country Roads took him home.
That they did.
To the place where he does not belong, jail.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very interesting to see, because I know a bunch of schools have been kind of talking under the table to his, because he brought in the number 2 transfer portal class.
Yes, he did.
Led by Mr. Jesse Edwards.
Yeah. Let me pull the class up real quick.
So if I'm him, if I'm Memphis, if I'm Arkansas, if I'm Ole Miss, which I still don't understand y'all's class, why you signed two centers, but that's neither here nor there.
Neither do we.
You got Moose to say something. Say us, Moose. What was the song? What was that? They did the say us something about Moose to say. What was it?
I can't remember.
Stark, you're supposed to know this. Bum wrote it.
I can't think. I can't think off the top of my head.
But I can't think of it now. Gosh darn it. But they had the number 2 portal class, so they brought in Raekwon Battle.
Yeah.
Who is it? You got it.
So according to On3, led by Jesse Edwards, a 4-star center from Syracuse. Then Kerr Krisa, a 4-star point guard from Arizona. And then they got Raekwon Battle, a senior shooting guard from not sure where.
Raekwon Battle?
Yeah.
Dude, that's Montana State, dog. You know the
Okay.
Bobcat? Rawr.
And then they got Jose Perez, a 3-star wing from Manhattan.
And they got Omar, and then they added Omar. They added like 2 Manhattan guys. I was reading that today. Actually.
Omar Silverio, also from Manhattan, a 3-star shooting guard.
But yeah, Jesse Edwards is legit, dude. That guy averaged 14 and 10.
Yeah,
a true big. If I'm anybody, I'm calling him and saying, "Hey, get out while you can. Come on here."
right.
Fred Smith, back up the brink truck. We do have some other news, so it'd be interesting to see who gets that job. I'm gonna jump to the gun over there, because hear me out. I was talking to my boss at work on Monday. Where do you put West Virginia in a job, in like job tiers? It's not like the UNC's, Duke, UCLA. It's Kentucky jobs. It's not that.
It's far from a blue blood.
I honestly put in like that tier 2, the B tier.
I wouldn't have a problem putting it in the B tier.
I put in the B tier. So like to me the S tier is your blue blood. It's Duke, UNC, Kentucky, Kansas, UCLA.
Yep,
Gonzaga,
all those guys.
And your A tiers are like Arkansas, Arizona, Tennessee, FSU when they're competitive.
Yep.
Texas, schools like those. And then I put West Virginia in the B+ tier. That is a very That's a very good job right there.
Yeah.
That is a basketball town. When they're good at basketball, their arena is one of the toughest to play. Where do they play? They play at the WVU Coliseum. But hey, it's gonna be somebody's gonna get a good job there. And Big 12 basketball, it's easy to recruit there. And I'll be interested in who goes. That could be your boy's next job to a big school, maybe.
Possibly. Are we talking about the same guy?
What guy are you talking about?
My man Andy Kennedy.
I was not. I don't think Andy Kennedy does not need to go to that school.
There's a lot of
Andy Kennedy needs to go find the Lord. He needs to go like to a good Christian school. He needs to stay away from party towns, Turkey, because he's going to get arrested again. And you've seen the videos what happens in Morgantown when they win. They burn couches. Yeah. Andy Kennedy's already got a drinking problem when he punched a cab driver.
According to Jeff Goodman, a few names in the mix for. I'm sorry, that was a completely wrong one. I'm sorry, but
I know Penny's name got tossed in it. Hear me out. Where do you put Memphis? Is it in that A tier or B tier?
I would say
this is non-biased.
Non-biased. I don't think it's a blue blood.
Oh, so it's not the S tier. The S tier is Blue Bloods. Is it in that A tier?
I would say it's probably
because your A tier is like Texas, Arkansas, Baylor, Louisville, Florida State, Arizona.
Historically, I think I would probably put it in that A tier.
A minus tier?
I would put that A minus tier, yeah.
I agree with you. That's a good one. So while we're talking about the Big 12, while we were gone, apparently the Big 12 was here? Scouting, allegedly?
Yes. Allegedly. A lot of conflicting reports about that.
So I heard from several people like that know like some big business people in Memphis. They're like, we knew nothing about it. And like these are guys that like that are involved in Memphis, like where they knew before Norvell was gone and they knew before Fuente was gone. Like they knew like before they were even got announced, they already like knew. That's how in depth they are into it. They said, yeah, we didn't even know they were coming. So a lot of people are kind of like take that like, okay, is it one of those where are we gonna is this true? No one really knows. Hear me out. The Big 12's got it. And there's a statistic that I've shown some offshore gambling site gave Memphis the third best odds at, I think it was 13% to go to the Big 12. Colorado and Arizona were both at 23%. And then you see Memphis at 13%.
Yeah.
Dude, if you don't make a move now,
you never will.
You never will.
I don't see, other than the basketball brand, what Arizona brings to the table.
Well, in football, besides the past couple of years, like Rich Rod and all of them, they were actually very good. Remember, it was like 7 years ago, they were playing in the Fiesta Bowl against Boise State. They were relative in college football. With Rich Rodriguez and all that, they just had a couple bad hires because they hired what's his name from A&M, Kevin Sumlin.
Kevin Sumlin.
They had Khalil Tate and all that.
Yeah.
No, they didn't have Khalil Tate. Was it Khalil Tate? I think so, maybe. Yeah, it was Khalil Tate. Yeah. That's who it was.
Yes, I think.
No, you're thinking the guy that was at Houston.
Yeah.
Khalil Tate was at I was right. It was Khalil Tate. Who was the guy? You're thinking of the Houston quarterback that signed that massive NIL deal.
I'm blanking on his name.
Because remember what was it? He signed like a massive. Who was it? Because now we're going down the gosh darn rabbit hole, Starkey. We said we weren't going to go down the rabbit hole. It's coming to me.
All that to say, with what Deion's put together in football and their basketball program, I think Colorado has a better chance of joining the Big 12 than Arizona
De'Aaron
does.
King.
Yes, De'Aaron King.
That was the guy that went. Yeah, that was the Miami guy. But I mean, if you look at it, and you got to think though too. Here, the only thing they really care about is like attendance and money and facilities. Arizona's got great facilities.
Yeah.
Colorado's got prime time, and they honestly have one of the most beautiful stadiums I've ever seen.
Yep.
Remember, Colorado used to be a powerhouse back in the day.
Yeah, 100%.
They were competing, and I think that's a good homecoming for them too, coming back to the Big 12. Because remember, them and Nebraska left the same year. Nebraska went to the Big 10, and Colorado went to the Pac-12.
Yep.
So that'd be a good homecoming. But man, if that happens, then what does the Pac-12 do?
Because you're already losing.
You already lost UCLA and USC. Because remember, they're already starting like putting the Big 10 logo on football uniforms.
Yeah.
For recruiting. This is their last year in the. And you know what? I was talking to my dad today at lunch. They're going to lose so much money. The Big 10 is just like, and these schools are just traveling purposes.
Oh, absolutely.
Baseball, especially like baseball.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No one, a Big 10 already has enough issues trying to getting fans to come to the games in like February and April.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the USC people going to do to go in there when it's 30 degrees and there's snow on the ground?
Exactly.
And you got to think they got a flag cross cut. I don't know. Hey, but that's the college. That's college right now. It's all about money. Because now you got Clemson maybe leaving. UNC may be thinking about leaving. Nah, I don't think the SEC will not let Florida come.
I wouldn't be mad about it if they did. I would like Florida to sit in the SEC.
That would destroy recruiting. For the state of Florida. It would be, and hear me out. We can't watch it on CBS anymore.
Yeah.
RIP Gary and Vern. But I think this is Memphis' last shot, really, to get a good bid to a major conference for a long time. This is unless the Pac-12 takes you, which still logistically that doesn't make any sense. I mean, UCF's in the Big 12, and look where they are.
Yeah.
They were in Orlando. What do I know, though? RIP, the Showboats. By the way, let's move on next topic.
What happened there?
Well, we were at the best times, and kind of like the Grizzlies season. Really good. It started off kind of really bad. Then it got really, really good. And then then it ended really bad. 0-5.
The most. When they needed to be really, really good, they forgot how to play football.
Their offense is freaking terrible. So I was listening. We were leaving the zoo on Saturday. I turned it on in the car, listening to it. I thought about going. I got my mother-in-law offered me tickets to go. I was like, we're going to go to the zoo. I'd love to go, but I'm like, I'm going to go to the zoo instead. But man, the Showboat, so praying for them to get in, because there was the 3-way tie for the 2 seed.
Yes.
The Showboats had to win and win by 26 points to clinch a spot in the playoffs. One, that's already tough. The Showboats even score a touchdown offensively.
Yeah.
The only touchdowns they score by that the Dillon guy from LSU, they just returns kickoffs. Dude, he's about to get a payday. He's going to get a shot in the NFL. I mean, that Turban guy from with Dallas, he got one last year, and he's made a pretty good job at Dallas. I think he went to a Pro Bowl this year.
Yep.
Dillon, I think he just got himself at least a training camp invite. returning 2 touchdowns. Yeah, he just got him. You got looked at. That's a vital part of football now with them changing rules. So he'll definitely get a shot in the NFL. I think he just keep returning kicks. But dude, the offense is freaking atrocious.
Yeah.
They suck.
Well,
Brady White sucked. They put Cole Kelly in. He's worse, and he's barely even better than Brady.
Yeah. But it doesn't help when historically your best offensive player goes down about halfway through the season with an injury.
Who was the best offensive player?
I mean, historically, it's probably Alex Collins.
Alex Collins, he only played 2 games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He
only had 100. And then what? I asked somebody that works for him. He won't tell me.
Oh, wow.
I was just told he's no longer with the team.
Oof.
Buddha 03. God, that guy could have a freaking amazing NFL career if it wasn't for drugs and gun. But dude, we could have. This team sucked. Defensively, they're freaking amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Offensively, their best receiver is Vinny Papali. By the way, he was at the game.
Was he really?
The dad was at the game.
That's awesome.
Apparently, he was there signing autographs for everybody.
That's cool. I've been keeping up with Vinny on Instagram. I'm hoping he gets a shot somewhere, but I doubt it.
Maybe. I hope so, but you never know. We do have some NFL news. Before we do that, Starkey, we have an ad read.
Yeah, we do.
Folks, the NFL season is coming right upon us right now, and this is the best time to do home improvements or getting ready to buy and sell a home. That way, when you're moving into your new home or getting ready to sell it, you're not missing any sporting events. Well, folks, we've said it before, and we will say it again for the 68th straight episode. Call Mitch of Mitchell James Porch to Patio Home Inspecting for all your home inspecting needs. Folks, we love him. We use him. He will give you great 100% customer satisfaction. He is licensed in both business. He is licensed in both. Yes, he is. He's licensed in both Mississippi and Tennessee. He's a busy man. We have yet to give him any business. I'm still a little worried.
He was recently voted Employee of the Month.
35 straight months.
35 straight months. You get consistency. You get dedication.
I don't even think I was voted Employee of the Month.
Do what?
I don't think I've ever been voted Employee of the Month before.
I haven't either. Much less 35 straight times.
I got an Employee of the Year one time.
Oh, there you go.
That was at the Y, so that's not saying much. That was at the lifeguard box, and I was stuffing my name in it every day because we wanted to see what you got. They literally went to the dollar store and bought picture frames and cut out little super kits. I was like, wow. Anyway, folks, call Mitch. You will love him. We will use him next time we buy or sell our homes.
Absolutely.
Realtors, he's looking for somebody to partner with. I may have him a partnership if my guy can ever sell a house. Oof, shots fired. But folks, you'll love him. We use him all the time. So call Mitch, folks.
Call Mitch.
So, and we'll get in the John Morant suspension thing here in a second. But how funny is it that the NFL news is Jack Jones?
Yeah, and I haven't
Karma is a beep.
I haven't heard. I've heard about it, but I haven't really followed this story. So catch me up,
Starkey. Really? So Jack Jones put out a tweet about John Morant, correct?
Correct.
Did you know that? Let me pull the tweet up real fast. Sorry, internet's lagging. Jack Jones tweeted out on May 15th, 2023, John Morant dumb, ... You letting social media and your pride ruin your real money. Put them guns down and run that money up. Make one of your homies sign up for security or concealed carry if you feel like you need it that bad. But You the breadwinner, you got to start acting like it, right?
Okay.
He tweeted that. Are you with me so far?
Yeah, rocking with you.
Well, not too long afterwards, old Jack Jones got in trouble.
Really now.
Oh, yes. Jack Jones went into an airport and got in trouble with some guns. He was found with 2 guns and a carry-on baggage at the airport.
I mean, in that situation, what did he think was going to happen?
This was it was on Friday, so it was literally a day after. So Jack Jones was arrested at 5:30 p.m. charged with 2 counts of each of the following: concealed weapon, secure airport, possession of ammunition without a firearm identification card, unlawful possession of a firearm, carrying a loaded firearm, and possession of a large capacity feeding device.
Oof.
2 counts of each.
Yikes.
He was already fighting for a roster spot already in the NFL.
Yep.
I think it's safe to say Jack will not be playing in the NFL.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get one of those spots.
He's a he's literally a second-year guy. Played at 3 different colleges, or 3 different colleges. USC, junior college in there. Was the 4th round draft pick in 2022. Hasn't played in that many games. He has 1 interception. He had 30 tackles, 2 interceptions, and he had a pick 6 this year on Aaron Rodgers. So, fumble recovery. So Jack Jones, not looking good. But man, hey, don't weep what you can't sow, baby. Hey, hey Jack, where was your body guy? Your fall guy? Your bodyguard?
Exactly.
I thought you the breadwinner.
Act like it.
Yeah, act like it. Ha! Karma's a you know what. Let's jump into the ad read for our next and final step. Sorry. Let's hit the NBA one. Starkey, do we have an ad read?
Yeah, we got an ad read. So speaking of the NBA, good times, bad times. Sometimes sports put us in a not good headspace. Am I right or am I right?
Oh, you right, baby.
When we get in those not good headspaces, we want to help. When you get in those headspaces, we want to help. Use our friends at BetterHelp. BetterHelp is a 100% online therapy company. They're licensed, they're credentialed. They will meet your needs however it is you need to. You can talk to your therapist, phone, text message, video chat, whatever you need, they've got you. If you don't like your therapist, you can switch with a button at no extra cost. Use our code, our URL, betterhelp.com/ball.lie. That's better, HELP.com/ball.lie. All lowercase, no apostrophe, for 10% off your first month of therapy with our friends at BetterHelp.
Get the help.
Get that help.
Don't let your gambling addiction beat you. Keep laying your parlays, folks. While getting there. Sorry. I'm still hoping one day FanDuel will hit us up. Hey, we had a lot going on. 12 finally. It's been a busy week. 12 finally got suspended. We knew it was coming after the draft. No, or not the draft, after the NBA Finals.
Shout out to the Nuggets, by the way.
We'll get into that. Let's get the importance, the local stuff in first. Are you shocked it's 25?
No, I'm not.
I am.
I was thinking 20. I thought 20 was good. I wasn't thinking it was going to be the 40.
So
41
my one thing that everyone keeps saying, hitting out like some of the guys that are feeling like, what laws did he break? Yes, the NBA does. The NBA is against you having guns. Yes, that is a. But what law did he ever break? Per the U.S. Constitution.
Technically, he didn't.
Technically, he did not. Granted, he's fine. He shouldn't have had a gun unless he was licensed, but concealed to carry it. But you know what I mean? Hopefully, that gun was licensed to him. But I was shocked is that you look at it, the NBA already screwed up my boy Miles Bridges' suspension. Miles beat the crap out of his wife.
Yep.
I am a big fan of Miles Bridges. I mean, I get it. He screwed up, but we gotta love him. We'll get him back to court. I don't agree with what he did. I never will. I was a big fan of his before, and I always wanted him to be a Grizzly. I still do. I'd love for him to be the team, but it's not a good PR move, especially with him beating women and John Moran holding pistols. Hey.
Yeah, it's not a good combination.
Can I say you either get pistol whipped or get the back of the hand from our team, baby?
Oof.
That may cost us a sponsorship.
Probably will. Thank you for that.
Hey!
We do not condone domestic violence.
We don't.
We do not.
But you in the street
do not cancel us.
But if you're in the streets of Memphis, though, you gotta either have the back of the hand or you gotta have or you have a pistol on you. But back to it though. I don't condone what Miles did. NBA screwed up. It's kind of like the Ray Rice suspension. Remember, he only got like 6 games originally. And everyone was jumping down Roger's throat. Roger said, "Hey, you're actually spending for a year."
Yeah.
Okay, I guess the NBA took in the fact Miles didn't play last year because nobody wanted to touch him.
Right.
So they only suspend him 30 games. So me going into it, I'm like, okay, Ja's going to get less than 30. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm fine with that. Let's see. Hopefully it's in that 17 to 20 one. 17 to 20. You get 25, you're like, what? Why? What did we do?
Yeah.
And then luckily you hear the NBA Players Association, their tweets, their message after that. You're like, okay, this actually makes me sound very promising. Like the NBA Players Association is going to fight for Ja.
Yeah, they are going to appeal it.
I hope they do appeal it. I think if it does, I think you are looking at that 17 to 20 game range.
The number that I've heard thrown around is 17 because that essentially doubles his first suspension.
That takes him out of the money.
Yep.
Because remember, you have to play in 65 games minimum.
Yep.
To be qualified for an All-NBA team.
Yep.
82 minus 17, 65. Ja's not going to play 65 straight games.
Right. No, he's not.
So it kind of gives you that little spiel right there. Like, okay, well, hey, we got a great shot. Let's get back down that 17. 25, if they did it right now based off this year's schedule, that wouldn't be till it would have been till December 7th this year. Was not the 25th game so he's missed basically the last week of the October, all of November, and then a little bit and about the first week of December. That's a lot of basketball.
Yeah, it's about a month and a half of basketball you'd be missing.
And I talked to everybody, I talked to a bunch of people about it. No one agrees with it, but a lot of people just main concern is like, is he allowed to be at the facility during the suspension? From what I've read, no.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
I thought it'd be like the NFL suspensions, like you can be there for preseason all you want, but once the regular season starts, you are banned from team facilities and any communication with the team.
Yeah,
like staff.
Yeah, I've heard he cannot be at any public team events or any of the facilities. Yeah, that's.
See, I thought it'd be like NFL, where he could at least be there for like preseason stuff. That's a lot of stuff there, because we're all anticipating we have a couple of new players there, and John missing the first month of the season,
first quarter of the season, basically.
He has no chemistry with our new guy.
Right.
Hopefully, guys, we have 2 new star players. So, and then you're still bouncing back. You're not going to have Brandon Clark till February.
Right.
Probably at the earliest. Steven Adams, you don't know what's going to happen there. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with if it gets appealed and what it gets appealed to.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the 25. I think it should have been that 20 rank. I think 20 should have been the most, but
Yeah.
like my dad said Josh should have been suspended a year or 50 games. That's the old person. That's the old person, my dad.
That's overkill. That's way too much.
Well, I agree. He is stupid. He's costing himself. I think I read as of right now, if it stands at 25, he's costing himself $10 million.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Hopefully he gets back, and God, let's hope he just stays off Instagram Live.
Let's hope that when he comes back, because he's pretty much cleared out his socials. Let's pray he stays off the socials.
Amen to that. So we did have the Nuggets ended up winning a gentleman's sweep.
Yep.
How about Mike Malone?
Yeah.
Dude, drunk Mike Malone, I think is my favorite person in the world. Do you think if the guy's dropping F-bombs? He's saying, "We gonna run this B back."
Yeah, be careful
Bruce
with the
Brown, he ain't going nowhere, and he is drunk.
Yeah, my word of advice to Mike Malone: be careful with the drunk run it back statements. We've seen how badly that goes in the NFL.
Well, the rumor is you get drunk faster up like at higher elevations. Because like the altitude that makes like the
altitude, because it's
makes the air and all that. It's just kind of like how you drink at a straw. Like it helps you. You get drunk because of the air, like all the flow and all that. They say like it's easier to get drunk up like in Denver and stuff like that. Dude, they are just for. Sorry, I was reading that one day. I'm weird, but man, if they run it back, they are set up for success.
Yeah.
They have cap room. I still don't know what they're going to do with Michael Porter Jr. He disappeared in the finals. Hey, let me tell you what, though. Jamal Murray. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Bubble Jamal Murray is back. And I didn't know this till after he won a final. After the finals. You know that guy has never been an NBA All-Star?
I did not know that.
Jamal Murray has never been an NBA All-Star.
That's hard to believe.
You got to think he missed a couple seasons because of the ACL injury. So here's his stats. First year in the league, he came off the bench primarily 9 points. Year 2 in 2018 is when he finally started. 16 and 3. Year 3, 18 and 3. Year 4, 19 and 4. And then 21, he had the 21 and 4. That's 21 and 5. That's when he was coming back. And then 21, 22 was the ACL injury. And then this year he was 20 and 6 and average and had 8 or more assists every playoff game in the finals.
That's insane.
He's back. He is back to his bubble self. Injuries got the best of him, but dude, he's back. He looks great. And Jokic, he just wants to get home to his freaking horses.
What a dude, though.
I love that. Did you see the thing of his face, like when they said, "Hey, the parade's not till Thursday"?
Yeah,
he looked like you just shot his dog in front of him.
See,
like,
that's
what.
That's what I love. That's what I love about the Joker is if he wasn't playing basketball, he'd just be chilling on his farm with his family.
I don't think he even cares about basketball that much.
I don't think he does either.
Like, I really don't think he cares. I mean, I know like he loves the sport, but like, if he said, "Hey, Jokic, no more NBA shut down," he'd go, "Oh, okay."
Okay, that's fine.
And then, how about the fact his older brothers were literally throwing up Mike Malone at the end of the game?
Yeah,
dude, that's what's up. And that's a team right there that gives the Grizzlies a lot of hope. If you look at it, their core, their two main guys, homegrown, and they've made some key signings under the radar. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Yep.
Aaron Gordon is now a shockingly good trade. Michael Porter Jr. fell to them. Christian Braun became a good guy. Bruce Brown, underrated signing. If you look at that, that should tell the Grizzlies, hey, you really don't need to go out and make a massive blow. You know what I mean? That shows, hey, if you build within good developing, good coaching, you can win with what you got.
Yeah. Just complementary pieces are underrated. You
And
don't
let's
need
just
to make flash.
Bam looked great, but dude, they need a big center. Bam was getting bullied
Yeah, it was.
badly by Jokic. Jimmy Butler really didn't show up until game 4, game 5, when he had like that 13 points in the last minute.
Yeah.
Caleb Martin disappeared.
Yeah.
He went from being second place in the Eastern Conference Finals MVP to a nothing. Caleb Vincent and Gabe Vincent and Max Strauss disappeared.
Yep.
So, I don't know what the Heat are going to do. You definitely need another scorer with them. So, let's jump into the offseason now. I'm happy. It's finally offseason time.
Yeah.
A lot of people, it's draft time. I've been studying mock drafts since we got out of the playoffs. We'll get into kind of draft talk here in a minute. And free agencies right after draft. So kind of what I think we'll do the next show is we'll do a draft recap. It's also our 69th show, so it's going to be a spectacular show. We may have some special guests on there. Don't really know yet, but we're definitely going to celebrate, baby. It's Kevin's favorite number. 69.
It is Kevin's favorite number.
So we have a lot of stuff going on, a lot of trade talks about to happen. We had a trade that I think shocked everyone the other day. Mr. Bradley Beal got traded to Phoenix. I don't know if that's a good move for Phoenix or a bad move for Phoenix.
I think it's
worse. I think it's worse.
Okay.
What killed you in the playoffs this year?
Defense?
Nah, no bench. Defense, but they had no bench. Chris Paul went down, and they had no point guard.
Yeah.
They had no depth. You had the bottom of the barrel reserves because you had to for KD, Chris Paul, Booker, and DeAndre Ayton.
Yep.
Now your big payments are Ayton, KD, Bradley Beal, and Booker. 4 guys. Bradley Beal doesn't play defense at all. Bradley Beal barely plays he's played 65 games in the past 2 years.
See, I didn't realize that.
And granted, all you need your guys for is just make a run at the playoffs.
Yeah.
Your goal is to always stay healthy enough. If you can keep your starters together and keep your top 2 bench guys, any team, like any top 5 team in the NBA can make a playoff run. Top 5 seed. I mean, heck, you saw with the Heat.
Yeah.
They were the 8th seed. They don't care about it. Pat Riley's mindset is they don't care about the regular season as long as they get in the play-in games. Minimum.
Yeah.
So you saw that trade. Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, multiple second-round draft picks, and pick swaps.
Yep.
Bruh. For Bradley Beal.
Yeah. And the thing is, Chris Paul is not going to play second in Washington.
So here's a trivia for you. So if Chris Paul plays for the Wizards, the Suns and Clippers and Wizards will have rotated the same 3 point guards. Can you name the other 2 point guards? They have rotated the same 2 point. There's been 3 point guards recently that played for the Clippers, Suns, and Wizards. Who are the other 2?
How recent?
Like 2015 to now.
Okay.
Heck, I'll go 2017 to now.
Okay. Steph Curry wasn't one of them, was he?
Steph Curry's always been a warrior.
No, Steph.
No. Point guard. He's a shooting guard, but yeah.
Oh, he's the two.
This guy played for Washington last season, was the 2019 season.
Okay.
And he played at Houston and the Clippers. The other guy was Houston, Wizards, Clippers.
Help me out.
Russell Westbrook.
Okay. I forget Russ was a stunt.
No, he wasn't. It's Clippers. I'm sorry, it's Rockets. I said it wrong. That was me. I said
okay.
I said it wrong. Rockets, Wizards, and Clippers. Sorry.
Okay. So we got Russ, CP3, and
Wizards, Clippers, Rockets. This guy only played. He was a Rocket for 2 years, but never played. He's got a song. Come on, you know it. By Troop 41.
John Wall.
Do the John Wall, baby. Yeah. So 3 point. So that's if Chris Paul may, but he won't make it.
He won't.
So now Chris Paul, he's probably gonna get waived. Right now, the betting spot is the Clippers. Running back
Running back with the Clippers. Yep.
Hey, I support that.
Mutual interest in both sides, so we'll see how that goes.
So it did come out that Chris Paul found out he got traded from his son, Chris Paul Jr.
In the air. He was on a flight when he found out.
That's the NBA for you. I mean, we've all seen the thing where Derrick Rose got traded and he was bawling down crying. Traded from Chicago. So we got some more news going on. Today, this one's going to get some stuff from you. Looks like Draymond Green opted out of his contract, of his extension. For his player option, I don't know if that's a good move, bad move, because $27 million he's passing up.
That's a stupid move on his part.
Well, I get it. He wants a long-term deal. Draymond's really, I think, never been taken care of. Steph's always been taken care of. Yeah. Clay has. And hear me out. They would not have won those titles without Draymond. You cannot. Steph is Steph. Clay is Clay. Draymond is the engine behind that. He is the facilitator on offense, and he is the defensive quarterback on that team.
Yeah.
I would take that all day long. If we got a chance to get Draymond, I'd be happy with that. I get it. You hate him. Dude, hear me out though. That would free up Ja to be running around causing chaos. You'd have your defensive anchor. Granted, you'd have to do a sign and trade, and our boy Steve-O would have to go.
Yeah.
But man, that'd be a great pairing. Because you get the veteran. No crap would be said to other teams. Ja would not be screwing up as much as he is off the court. I love it.
The thing with that, though, I mean, you're making great points, 100%.
Listen, he's not an offensive guy. He is a facilitator. He is your point center.
Yeah.
At 6'6", 2 something.
I think he doesn't like the city, and I think the fans made it very clear how they feel about him whenever he walked off the court, flipping everybody off. Most fans.
Sir, hand raise.
Jared, yes, go for it.
Didn't we hate Steven Adams for the flop against Zebo that got Zebo suspended for Game 7 back in 2014? Did we not? I did. Did we not? And doesn't the entire city of Memphis now love him?
Yeah. There's precedent.
What about Mario Chalmers when he came to Memphis?
He was going to be my next point. If we could rally around Mario Chalmers after the shot, we could probably do it with anyone.
I mean, we're around Steven Adams that cost us probably our second only ever team to make a deep run. That should have made a deep run. That Grizzlies team that year should have gone to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah. I don't know if Draymond would want to play here.
Draymond just wants to be taken care of. He just needs some loving. And hear me out. He won't have to do as much. We have a better young core than Golden State.
Yep.
I'm not saying let's go get him. It's not the best move, but if we got Draymond, I would not be mad. I would not hate life. I'd be happy. So I'd be a little happy. Is it a great move? No. But you're taking a lot of pressure off Josh. And guess what? Josh suspended 25 games right now. Guess who's going to be our point guard? Oh, my gosh. Okay, can we let's agree. If Draymond comes to Memphis, will you buy a Draymond Green jersey?
Absolutely not. No.
If I buy you one for Christmas, will you wear it?
I'll send you a picture of me in it and then put it back in my closet.
No. You got to wear it to a game.
No.
Why?
Not happening.
Technically, you have Draymond Green on your searcher, so when you listen to his podcast, that will always pop up.
Yeah, and I already regret that, but I did that for the listeners.
I mean, I wouldn't hate life, but let's got some more news going on. So we'll jump to the next segment. We'll get back to that one probably later on. The Wizards were this close to sending Bradley Beal to the Beantown.
Yeah, I didn't know this one until we were talking about it off the air.
They wanted Keegan Murray was the deciding factor. The Kings did not want to give up on Keegan Murray, which I don't agree. I agree with them there.
I absolutely agree with them there. Yeah, you don't give up on Keegan Murray just yet.
I mean, he's a third round. I mean, granted, Bradley Beal is a proven scorer, but the fact that Keegan Murray is literally a guy that set the all-time 3-point record this year for rookies.
Yeah,
he's a shooter.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's see, Bradley Beal is 29. He'll be 30 in 8 days. In the past 2 years, he's played 90 games. 90 games in 2 years. The last time he got over 60 games was 2019.
Oh, wow.
It's been a while. Wow. Words of John Roser. So right now also, and we'll kind of tie this one up. We're to my next one. Blazers. I think that's the one team no one knows what's about to happen. As you see rumors, they're the most rumor hype team I've seen right now.
Yep.
No one knows what's going to happen.
And it all comes down to one player.
Brandon Miller.
Essentially Brandon Miller. Because Damian Lillard has said he does not want to play with young guys. He wants vets on his team. He wants to play with veterans. He doesn't have time to teach and train rookies.
So I've seen something today on Twitter apparently the Blazers are fully prepared to make a great trade offer for the 3 pick to Miami. I've heard Zion is on the table. We'll jump to Zion here in a second.
Yeah.
Before we get to the Grizzly stuff. But no one knows what the Blazers are going to do.
No, they really have no idea.
And I get it. You love Dame. Dame's a lifetime guy.
Yep.
Do him right.
He deserves it. Everything he's done for you as a city and a franchise, he's earned it.
You had your time in the early 2010s. You had a great stretch when you were one of the best teams in the NBA.
Yep.
Do Dame a favor. It's time to go. Blow it up. You haven't been really competitive since that 2019 season when you kind of got lucky, but since then you were killing it in the between 2014 and 2019, you were a contender. You were a top seed every year in the playoffs. But hey, it's time to blow it up. Give Dame something better. He deserves something, Starkey, does he not?
He does. Absolutely, he does.
So no one knows. Dame is pretty much not getting traded that we know of, but I've seen Miami wants Dame to pair up with Bam and Jimmy.
Yeah.
Portland
That
wants
is-
Bam to
Oh,
Portland
Steve,
wants Bam to come there. I've also seen stuff now that the Blazers are interested in trying to get Paul George, trade Paul George. To get Paul George, they have to trade number 3 pick to get PG-13.
Interesting. I haven't heard that one.
I saw that today. I don't know how true it is, but I was reading that. I wouldn't be mad. That's actually a pretty good trade.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad.
And then they're talking about Anthony Sim, dude. That guy is you need to start building around that guy. Forget
He's
Dame.
the future.
I'm not. You don't even. Dame's still one of the best. When Dame's career is said and done, you can make the argument Dame will go down as one of the best players to probably not win a championship.
Yeah, absolutely.
You put him in that top 10. He's in that top 10 NBA players who never won a ring.
Yep.
Sucks, and he's also probably one of the best to not make it to an NBA Finals.
Yep.
Because you honestly, you put DC, then you have Dame next. Because you can't put T-Mac, because T-Mac already made it to one.
Right.
So it sucks. I don't know, and that's probably the 2 and the 3 pick. No one knows, because I've been seeing a lot of stuff too. Because this will lead to Zion, dude. I've heard from multiple people saying Zion's getting traded. The Pelicans are done with him. Apparently, he's a locker room cancer.
See, that doesn't really surprise me.
And then you add on the stuff with Mariah Mills. So, hey, shout out for him having a baby. That's cool. So, apparently, Mariah, for those that didn't know, Zion announced he was having a kid.
Yep.
With his apparently girlfriend, right?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Congratulations. Well, apparently, Mariah Mills, who is in the adult film industry, has been tweeting 5 to 10, honestly, 10 times a day about Zion. Apparently, she claims she was in a relationship with Zion and that he cheated on her and got this girl pregnant. And she found out on Twitter, on Instagram, when he posted it. And then she's been showing text messages saying how they had a life together. She has videos that she's threatening to release. Apparently, he was supposed to wire her money, and he wanted to move her down to New Orleans to be with her. Or to be with him, sorry. So I think that maybe, I don't think that's something to do, but that's just some news right there. And she's not she tweets 10 times a day about it.
That's insane.
I popped up on my recommended Twitter feed, so I was let me read these. I was like, oh my god! After 7 scrolls, wait, this was just 21 hours ago. It took me 7 scrolls. Good gosh, lady.
That's excessive. That's ridiculous.
I can see why if they do want to move from, you got to pay. He signed the Supermax.
Mm-hmm.
He played in 29 games this year, so he didn't play it all last year. In his entire NBA career, he's only played in 114 games,
which is insane to hear. That's barely over a season.
Zion's missed 200. He's missed 218 possible games. But when he plays,
he's a force.
25-7.
Yeah. Oh, he's incredible when he's on the court.
And I can honestly see that's the reason why they don't. You want to move on, get off that contract. And here's the thing: look what you've done without him. You made that play-in this year without him.
Yeah,
you have a good nucleus there. I've been seeing stuff about how they're going to try to trade Brandon Ingram for the 2 pick because they're apparently highly interested in Scoot.
Yeah,
that'd be a great fit.
It would be.
But man, moving Brandon Ingram, who's been your consistent guy, Granted, Zion and Brandon don't. They don't. Zion and Brandon don't play well together.
Right.
Zion and Jonas don't play well together.
Right.
Honestly, I'd move on from. I hate to say it. I'd move Zion just because he's not healthy. He's not worth the money.
No, he's not worth the money. At this point, he's not worth the drama and the headache that he's causing for.
And we thought Ja was the drama.
Exactly. 100%.
I have been reading Charlotte is probably the most likely landing spot for Zion.
Okay.
Just because you get him in that coastal area, went to Duke, he's from South Carolina. That'd be a great pairing partner with LaMelo if either one of them could ever be healthy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad with that. That'd be a good lineup. And now let's jump to the next. We got two more things and we'll wrap it up tonight with just another Starkey's dying to show us his GM trades. The Pacers are a team we need to worry about, though. As you can tell, we've been saying this for months. You got to hit wings hard.
Yeah,
we've been saying this since February?
At least, yeah.
We need wings. The Pacers now are more as a dark horse candidate to get Tobias Harris, which I don't want.
Yeah, no.
DFS, Dorian Finley-Smith, and DeAndre Hunter, who I didn't even think about dude, I would love to actually have DeAndre Hunter on my team.
Yeah, you sent me an article today of possible fits for the Grizz, and the more I think about it, and the more I read about it, I would probably put DeAndre Hunter at 3 behind OG and Mikal.
So I would take that in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
I mean, the Hawks, no one really knows what they want to do there. Trae Young could possibly get traded. I keep hearing that because you don't trade for 2 true point guards.
You
don't trade for 2 true point guards. Jonte Murray and Trae Young, where Trae Young can kind of play more off the ball, but come on now.
Right.
Dude, hey, if they're willing to blow it up, give me DeAndre Hunter.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the ideal 3-and-D guy. He 4-scoring option. He guards your best perimeter player all night, dude. That's a solid trade. Granted, he's 4 years, $95 million going into effect this year, but hey, we got one of the richest older, baby. Come on, Robert Parra, back up the truck.
Well, I mean,
back up the Wi-Fi truck.
If anyone will do it, it'd be Parra.
He has said he is willing to go into the tax.
Yeah.
So let's jump into possible trade, guys. My list of guys, kind of no order, is I want Mikal Bridges. That's a diamond in the rough.
Yep.
That's not diamond. That's literally a Hail Mary full of grace. I sent you one today, Tyus, Jake LaRavia. This year, it was like 5 picks and 5 first-round draft picks, and the Golden State
ones. Yeah,
and the coveted Golden State one.
Yeah,
dude, I don't know. I like it, but I don't. I think that would get it done. But you're literally selling your soul.
Oh, you're mortgaging your future for sure.
The one thing this Grizzlies team has said they're not going to do.
Yeah.
That's why I don't think it's going to happen. But, man, that's a pipe dream right there.
Yeah, it is.
I would love Dorian Finley-Smith. I think he'd be a great fit for us.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that worries me is I've kind of read more and more, kind of watched some stuff. He's more of a 4 than a 3, so that kind of has me worried a little. But hey, all I need him to do is just stand in the court and make knockdown threes. OG Anunoby, no one see. You said something today. You said OG is now one to be more of a number 1-2 option now.
Yeah. So the past few weeks, there have been a lot of whispers about it, and OG has said that he wants to be on the ball. He wants the ball in his hands.
That actually could work here.
Yeah, it could. But coming to Memphis, he'd still be the 4th option.
I mean, I get he wants to be the option, but here's the thing. do you want to win or do you want to be, or do you just want to just like ride around and do nothing, or just stay in Toronto and do nothing with your life?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I would hope that he would settle into that fourth role and just become a team guy, but I don't know. That's the one thing that scares me about OG.
I mean, he won a playoff when he was in his second year in the league. He was only playing 20 minutes a game, but since then he's gotten better every year.
Yeah.
I think you could get him. I don't know. I don't want to give up 3-4 picks for him, just because if I'm gonna do that, I'd rather get Mikal Bridges, a younger guy.
Yeah.
Who I know is a better defender in my opinion. Kuzma, I don't know if Kuzma really fits the three. I've been a big Kuzma fan, but the more I think about it, though,
and he opted out today, so he's a free agent.
Yeah, because would you blame him? You know what his player option was? $13 million. So I don't know. You know Danny Green, a former Grizzly, has a podcast, right?
Yes.
Did you hear what he said the other day on his show? So he was talking about the trade deadline. Remember, he got traded at the trade deadline, right?
Yep.
He thought he was going to Toronto for Pascal because he said, I had heard stuff about how the Grizzlies wanted Pascal.
Interesting.
And he was told I think it was hinted that his agent told him you're probably going to Toronto for Pascal in the Pascal Siakam trade.
Okay.
Bruh, that would have worked.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, I don't know if Pascal Siakam really fits what we need. Pascal's more of a 4.
Yeah.
I mean, he only shoots. His career average is 3 threes a game.
Yeah.
I don't know if he fits it. So we're gonna let Starkey play GM, and then we'll jump into our draft notes and all that. Any prospects we kind of want, stuff like that. Because I got 2 guys I want to do. I will say I think the common denominator is Stones RIP will be traded at some point soon.
Agreed.
It sucks. We all love him. He just disappears in the playoffs. He's got a great friendly contract.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies apparently got leaked. They want to do him right and find him a place where he can be a starting point guard.
Yeah.
So let's go, GM.
All right. So, like we said, talking to you out the air, the first 2 are crazy, not going to happen because you said you wanted weird and you wanted legitimate.
I wanted chaos and realistic. That was my only request.
Yeah.
When we were doing our rundown.
So, first one is one for you, and I hadn't thought about this need and fit, but I think it'd be a good one because, like you just said, Tyus wants to start. Okay, so just for you, we send Tyus Jones to Milwaukee for Bobby Portis and 60.
And the 60 pick?
And the 60th pick. And a 2. Bobby Portis and a 2.
Fun fact, sorry. It's actually the 58th pick this year.
It is the 58th pick because there are two that got forfeited.
But, dude, oh my God. I love that.
Because
if the Grizzlies ever freaking draft or sign an Arkansas guy, I am buying that jersey the second it happens. I would have already had like 10 Moses Moody jerseys right now if we didn't draft Z, but that was still the worst day of my life.
And what does Milwaukee need?
A point guard.
A legitimate starting point guard.
When they got Drew Holiday.
I think they want to move Drew off the ball.
That's actually not a bad idea.
So, but yeah, so that's my first one is Tyus for Bobby Portis and
what was the win differential?
I think it was a wash.
Like 0. Okay. Were we minus? If that works salary wise, I'm fine. And we keep the 23rd pick.
Yeah, yeah. and we keep all of our ones. We literally only give up ties.
Is that what? Well, so the one thing with that, I love that. The one issue is we now have a freaking log jam at the 4 and the 5.
Yeah.
I like that though. That's actually good. So Bobby can stretch the floor. I like it. I like
Yep.
that one. That's a good one. What's the next one?
So a guy you said, and I quote, "Get him to Memphis," and so I did.
Jaylen Brown?
No, this was earlier today. The Warriors get Conchar, Zaire, and 25 for Jonathan Kuminga. For the 7'2" Jonathan Kuminga.
Oh yeah, he's running like 5. He's running like 6 inches. No, he's running like 7 inches. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, he's running like 5 inches. Yeah, he was like 6'8" coming out of the draft.
Yeah.
I like that. That's actually not bad. I mean, here's the thing with Kuminga though. He's kind of unproven.
Mm-hmm. He's young. He fits the timeline.
He does.
But him to 4 full time, move Jerry full time to the 5.
I think you could still keep Kuminga out the 3.
Okay.
My one thing with Kuminga is he doesn't stretch the floor, and that's one thing that scares me.
Yeah.
I wanted him in the draft.
Yeah, you did.
Rumor had it we were trying to trade up to get him.
Yeah.
What? That was the draft they had. That was the draft they had 2 first.
Yeah. Yeah, because they took Kuminga and Moses Moody that year. That was the Zaire.
Because remember, Giddey went 6, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you, thank the Lord."
Yeah.
And then Kuminga, Franz, Davion Mitchell, and then Zaire.
Yep.
You know who we're not? You know who I'm glad we didn't take. I thought we were going to take Book Knight.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people talking about him, and he actually popped up on a list today of a guy that might need a change of scenery.
He can't shoot. Oh, so I remember the only reason why he shot up so fast, he went to some workout and made 120 straight threes. He went to some workout and literally did not miss a single 3-pointer. Only reason why he got a 1st-round draft grade.
That's insane.
Okay, let's go. I'm not mad with that trade. That's actually a good one.
All right. So here's a realistic one.
That definitely gets your defensive guy. I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah. All right. So, and this was the one that we talked about a ton. So, want to talk about more about the pieces here. Tyus, Zaire, 25, a 2024, our 24, our first next year, and our first in 25.
So we're doing three ones, Tyus and Zaire.
3 1s, Tyus and Zaire.
Okay.
For OG.
Yeah, that actually does. That actually moves the needle. 3 1s, Tyus and Zaire.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. That's actually good. I like that one. That one's very realistic. I think that's what it's going to take to do. I mean, I don't want to give up 3 1s for OG, but you're going to have to.
Yeah, that's the floor right now is because Toronto said they want picks. It's going to take at least 3 1s to get up.
Okay, answer me this.
Okay.
If Toronto said, you keep your 24, we want GS or GSW's 1 and 24. Are you trading the Golden State pick for OG?
For OG, I think I would. It would be hard, but to get OG, to get the wing that...
Dude, I don't think Golden State's going to be as bad as we think they are next year.
That's what I'm starting to talk myself into.
I don't. If they lose Draymond, they will be.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, Memphis, we don't need to draft anyone else, though. Good God. And next year's draft class is not going to be that good.
Right. Yeah, it's not a good year to have 2 firsts.
Oh gosh, no. This would be the year. Honestly, this is, I guess, the year to have 2 firsts out of the 2. But
Yeah.
we can draft Bronny James. Oh, Starkey,
For,
buy that jersey in a heartbeat.
for a half a season of LeBron.
You'd buy that jersey in a heartbeat.
You're right.
Bronny James. Oh, you okay? You said you had then you had one non-Memphis trade.
Yes, and this is my non-Grizz related trade.
Oh gosh, Starkey's venturing out.
I'm trying my best. Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson,
big booty cow.
got Kyle Duncan, number 18 this year, and a 2027 first.
Okay, so you're really going okay. Pat Riley trading. It scares me.
For Dame.
It's not a bad move.
Because, like we said earlier, Dame has given Portland, he says, I want to go to the
That's
Heat.
a scary big 3.
Oh, it's a nasty big 3.
Because you got to think Jimmy can run point and let Dame play off ball. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I think Miami they need to get more size. So that's another thing with them, too.
They do.
But, dude, that is I like that trade. Kyle Lowry, who's washed. Duncan Robinson proved that he can still shoot the lights out.
Yep.
And you're adding Tyler Hero. Oh, my. Tyler Hero and Dame. Oh, my. That's scary.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's a good trade. That's probably one of the most realistic ones. I was reading, too, that apparently the Heat wanted to trade for Bradley Beal. They just didn't want to they don't want to go the luxury tax for Bradley Beal.
That makes sense.
But if I had to pay the luxury tax over one of the 2, I'm taking Dame all day.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm still pissed Dame didn't get any MVP votes.
Yeah.
Folks, we know it's been a long episode, but we still have a lot. We got one more small segment left, and then we're gonna wrap it up, probably in 10 minutes at the most. Draft night. I think this is the one draft. You know who's going 1.
Yep.
That's been a lot since day 1, like since
For
last
2 years.
2, 3. Yeah. I will say right now, I've told you this with NFL and last year with Banchero. Vegas is right, typically.
Yep.
Right now, 90% of the time, Vegas is right on picks. Right now, Scoot Henderson has shot up to minus 145 to be the 2nd overall pick.
Okay.
If I'm Charlotte, whoever has the 2 pick, I'm taking you. Dude, Scoot, I think, is a must-have player. I'm not a big fan of Brandon Miller that much, but I think Scoot is a guy you cannot pass up on. And I think this is 1 pick too. We don't know who what the Grizzlies are even going to do.
No.
You don't know.
I'm still leaning toward the fact that we will not be drafting Thursday night.
So we have one roster spot open right now with DB gone.
Yep.
Really, the only money we have is an MLE.
Yep.
Which is like $10 million a year.
8 to 10, yeah.
I think everybody's on the thing. You trade Tyus and you use your mid-level exception and you get a backup point guard.
Bring D-Rose home.
No. I love D-Rose. He's washed. I love it, but no, not in those 25 games. Javon Carter, bring him back. Mr. And 1.
Bring back the legitimate godson, the grandson.
Dude, we gave up on him, and he actually started shooting the 3 ball in Phoenix and Milwaukee. I know Bucks fans who love him, and they don't want him to go.
Yeah.
So I don't think anyone knows. So basically, 1 is the only pick determined. I've been seeing a lot of stuff where a lot of people are saying that Utah is now trying to jump in the top 5.
Really?
Utah wants Anthony Black, what I've been reading.
Okay, interesting.
I've read Anthony Black go anywhere from 4 to 8. I've seen multiple drafts of him going. Pretty much every mock draft you look at has him going to the Wizards. They need a point guard. They don't have a point guard. A lot of people love him. I think Utah will make it. Utah's trying to get him. That way they kind of create a big core, a nucleus of Lauri Markkanen and Anthony Black, and then we can't shoot yet, but he's working on it. I think, and then you had the rumors the Grizzlies are now trying to move up in the draft.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in the lottery is what I've heard.
There are two guys. Two guys. If we do it, there's two guys I want. One, Grady Dick.
Okay.
Grady Dick is a bona fide shooter. He's 6'7". He can defend pretty well. Not the best, but that guy can light it up from 3. And plus, who wouldn't want to buy a jersey with Dick on the back? I think he'd actually be a great fit. Him and Larabia together, that'd be freaking awesome. Another guy I would like, if we did, I wouldn't mind getting Nick Smith from Arkansas. Just because he can play point guard and shooting guard. He's a bucket getter. He's got to work on his finishing. Injuries are a concern for him. That's the reason why he's fallen a little. But I think if you can get him, dude, you're solid. Another thing that's going to piss Starkey off, his boy that he's been against, because we were lobbied to get him half the NBA season up till now, is Derek Lively, who's now projected to be a top 10 pick in the draft.
Yeah, I think he must have had a really good workout somewhere.
But his combine, he tested off the charts at the combine. Basically, he's athletic as all get out. He wasn't even the best guy on that. Kyle Flipomoski from Duke was the best player on the team.
Yeah.
Derek Lively didn't do crap. Basically, he's just uber athletic, and there's potential if you get his offensive game there, he could stretch the floor.
Yeah.
Right now, if everybody still they don't do trades, most people don't do trades. They have the Grizzlies taking Jamie Jaquez Jr., which I wouldn't mind that pick. He's already a proven guy, been in college for 4 years. He's a little smaller to be a 3. He's about 6'6", but he can still play him a 3. He's a good shooter. He's smart. He's a veteran guy already. So, his ceiling's not as high.
Yep.
Then again, we thought the same thing about DB or Desmond Bain. They have us taking a guy from Turkey or Pakistan. The Pakistan guy is. Let me see. Sorry. I had it pulled up. Tristan Vucevic, a 6'11" center from Pakistan, and then Jordan Miller from Miami. Which, here's the thing, folks, you can already bet on it. We're not drafting 3 players.
No. Absolutely not. No.
The Grizzlies will make a trade on draft day. Mark, I fully believe it, or it will be right after the draft. 21 will no longer be a Grizzly.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know what's going to... I was listening to Chris Vernon show. You know what they said? The front line from the dance crew, nobody will be there anymore. DB's gone. Kennedy Chandler's gone. And now Tyus.
That's true.
The front line is gone.
I didn't think about that.
You think Kennedy Chandler wants to come back?
No, I don't think so. I'd love to have him back.
You think he's salty?
I think so.
He was going to, even if we would have signed a big, he would have got cut. Roster casualty. Any comments on draft night, Stark? Are you excited? Are you nervous? Or
I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't think we'll be picking. I think we'll have different reasons to celebrate.
I do have one thing on draft night. Starkey's Amani Bates is projected to go to the Phoenix Suns.
Because why not?
Hey, KD. Okay, that'd actually be a good person to learn under Kevin Durant. Remember, he was labeled the next KD.
He was comped to KD for sure.
So give me while we end the show, give me your draft night prediction for the Grizzlies.
I don't know who for, but I think we trade 25 for a wing. I think the 25th pick will be in play for a wing, a veteran wing.
I think it's 25. If I had to put my own, it's 25 and Tyus.
Yeah, I don't think Tyus will be a.
And you do Desmond Bain, Kennard, and Jay at point.
Yeah, this time next week, whenever we get to our next episode, I think we'll be playing the "I Will Remember You" for Tyus Jones.
Oh no, and probably Jake LaRavia or Zaire as well.
Probably. So.
Here's what sucks though: like you love these guys; they've been here forever. We've grown attached to them. Like Tyus has been in Memphis for almost 5 years,
which is insane to think about.
Or he's been this is year. What was it? This is year 4 or 5 for Ja.
I think this is year 4 for Ja. This is 5 for Trip.
Oh yeah, so this is year 4 for Tyus then.
Yeah.
R.I.P. baby. All good things come to an end. Folks, that's going to do it for tonight's show. Sorry it was a little long. We had a lot to catch up on. Next week will not be this long, I promise. Folks, we'll be back better than ever next week for the 69th Spectacular Show. Y'all be safe. Have a good night. Stargate, final word.
Final word.
There we go, folks. You heard it best. Be safe.